This holiday season, we all wish for hope and healing. Children and families who spend their holidays at the hospital deserve a reason to believe in first steps, in giggles, high fives, and hugs. For 150 years, Children's National Hospital has provided world-class care and groundbreaking research. Please donate today to help patients and healthcare heroes this holiday season. Visit childrensnational.org/holiday. That's childrensnational.org/holiday.
Tavern Reflections, Episode 1, Tavern Visit. Welcome to Tavern Reflections, a relaxing journey through a time and place that you may or may not be familiar with. Find a safe space to lean back and stroll through the mental images and memories that bring you to a different time and place. Use these explorations to help you sleep, meditate, attain mindfulness, or just chill while you find the next step in your path. And as always, enjoy the journey. Tavern Visit. Walking down the sidewalk, the sounds of traffic wash over you. Your feet move across the concrete, the rhythm uneven as you try to find your pace. The shuff, shuff, shuff of your steps draw your attention just for a moment, and looking down, you see a silver dollar, a bright, shining spot in a dull gray reality of the concrete world that you're traveling through. You bend down and pick it up. Feels cool in your hand, a heavy, solid bit that offers promise of better things to come. Standing, you continue walking. It was a busy day, but you feel your shuffle picking up, becoming a lighter pace, turning to a relaxed stride. The bend of your shoulders from the weight of the day lifts and rises as you walk along the street. You mull over the events of the day. You did well, worked hard, and put all you had into the tasks set before you. The mental and physical exhaustion from all the work you accomplished slides away, and you feel good for the effort you put in and the things you achieved. The sights, smells, sounds, and movement swirl through your awareness. Flashes of color from passing vehicles blurring along the road. The bright moment of a smiling face of someone walking towards and past you. Bright posters and delightful trinkets in shop windows. The slap of shoes on the pavement mixes with the click of dress shoes. The hum of tires to one side and the echo of a plane from overhead. The smell of exhaust blends with the exotic aroma of ginger and garlic from a restaurant. A waft of perfume mixes in as someone moves in front of you, then disappears into the crowd of people. Shouts of commuters from the road or sidewalk are on the edge of your awareness. People hurrying towards whatever awaits them as they move past you are like the rhythm of a train with no tracks. You're not ready to go home, at least not yet. Looking around, you spot a side street. brick planters on each side of a cobblestone walking path, flowering shrubs, welcoming you to a place you've never gone before. It doesn't feel like a residential area. You think there may be some interesting shops or restaurants down the path. Looking at the width of the road between the buildings, it's too small for anything except foot traffic, and it draws you in. Moving away from the flow of the people and the vehicles, you step into the alley, buildings rising on either side of you. Taking those first few steps, you look around yourself. On one side, a cobbler offers repairs. On the other, a haberdashery selling hats. And a few doors from there is a tailor suggesting repairs and alterations. And you find these things to be soothing sights along the walk. It reminds you of a simpler time that allowed folks to relax and enjoy life. Small gardens line the path. Tomatoes, herbs, and more flowers offer a comforting smell in the images of green, red, blue, and yellow. Your worries of the day melt away as you feel the small street opening itself to you, like a secret garden or retreat that no one else knows about. The sun sinks behind the roofs of the building that rise into the crisp blue sky above you. The city becomes a valley, secluded and calm amid the chaos of a metropolis. Just a few more doors down, you see a sign for some place called the Traveler's Inn. It's an odd sign, classic and common, but long forgotten. It's oblong with stylized niches carved from the side and top, making it bulge outward from the center of the rectangle. It's quaint and ageless. The planters outside have flowering greenery, vines trailing up the brick and mortar exterior, and the smell of something wonderful wafts from the interior of the establishment. The thick door is made of dark wood planks and has wide iron hinges that come to a point a hand's width into the face of the door. The door handle is not a modern push bar or knob. Instead, it's an old-fashioned curved arch with a thumb lever on top. You reach for that handle, gripping the cool brass. Press your thumb on the release. A warm and welcoming quiet chatter of voices rolls across you, and your eyes adjust to the dim interior light. You step inside, and the door slowly closes behind you, cutting off the outside world and inviting you to become part of something else. The interior decor feels like something from another century, even with the modern lights. Dark wood posts hold coat hooks where some folks have hung hats. Heavy wooden tables and chairs are spaced throughout, giving the people room to talk or move about without bumping into anyone else. The booths along the wall have tall wooden backs and cloth benches. Gentle music wafts from a corner of the room. It's a single musician playing an instrument and singing a light, upbeat tune along with it. A fireplace made of stone sits in the center of one wall and holds a small, cheerfully crackling fire sitting atop glowing coals. A long wooden table in front of it has a group of people who are holding up raised glasses, clinking them together in a merry toast. Many of the people in the room glance towards the door as you enter, offering friendly nods or smiles, and a couple of waves, but no one seems to mind the newest addition to the Traveler's Inn. To the right is a polished mahogany bar. Racks of glasses hang over it, and neat rows of bottles stand in an orderly fashion on shelves behind it. A mirror behind them doubles their numbers and shows the room beyond. It's like another world, shown through the glittering, scintillating liquid of the glass containers. A tall, thin man with a shaved head looks up from behind the counter and smiles at you as he pours a lager from the tap. You watch as the thick head of the drink settles perfectly inside the glass he's holding underneath the spout. The thick, amber liquid flowing and filling the frosted pint glass. The bartender sets it down and slides it down the bar where it comes to rest in front of an older man in a beat-up fedora at the end of the bar. He's perched on a stool, and he stops the drink with one hand before lifting it to taste. He smiles, smacks his lips together, and dips back in for another drink. A tattooed woman sits next to the older man. She's sipping at something frozen and fruity while waving a chip covered with cheese in the air as she makes a point. A few others line the bar, each relaxed and calm and enjoying various spirits, wines, and beers. People bustle in and out of the brightly lit kitchen, carrying trays of steaming food or dishes cleaned off the score of tables in the room. A set of wide, double doors dominate the rear wall, showing a deck outside where lights are twinkling to life, and people at a half-dozen table enjoying drinks and food under wide umbrellas. Appearing beside you, a friendly man greets you, letting you know you were expected. He introduces himself as Jack and offers you a seat at the bar while they prepare a table for you and your friends. You weren't expecting anyone. You didn't even know you were going to be here yourself, but you smile and nod in agreement, amused at the confidence of the man. You wandered to the bar, taking a seat with a high back. You sink into it like it was made for you. The bartender comes over, and you smile at the bright red bow tie the man wears with casual confidence. He leans an elbow on the bar and asks you, "What's your pleasure?" Looking at the proffered drinks, you see there's a wide variety, from hard spirits to beers, ales, stouts, lagers, juice, water, and more. You choose something you haven't had for a long time, but it sounds good. It's a bit out of your regular price range, but this place has very reasonable prices, and you know you can afford it without any issue. As you sit sipping on your drink, you see 3 familiar faces come through the door. Friends you've seen recently, and another you haven't seen in a while. They look as new to this wondrous establishment as you, but they're all happy happy to see you, and you're happy to see all of them. They beeline for the bar, gather around you, and greet you warmly, ordering drinks for themselves from the bartender. The conversation flows easily as each of you catch up with one another. Jack appears at your side, saying your table is ready, and leads you to a booth, smiling. You and the three friends all gather at the table and slide into the booth. Jack sets menus down, letting you know your server will be with you soon. And then he leaves. The menu is simple, but looks wonderful and thorough. It offers just the right amount of variety, but not so much that you need time to decide. Each of you and your friends call out your choices as you choose what you want, and the others chime in with agreement about how good it sounds. The conversation starts up again, catching up with the others with stories about work and family. You and your friends pass the time while waiting for the server to arrive. Drinks are raised, toasting the events in each of your lives. The server approaches, smiling, and asks if you've decided. You take turns ordering, and everything sounds so good. As the server leaves, conversation picks up where it left off, barely slowing until the meals arrive. Each person leans back to make room for the plates, scooting drinks and silverware to the side. The steaming food smells delicious, and it fills your senses. You can almost taste it before you have the first bite. It's a wonderful time as each of you tuck into your meals, enjoying your favorite dishes in good company. The wash of smells and tastes across your palate bring back pleasant memories of times you love. You savor this moment, leaning back again and breathing deep with the delicious foods, the fine company, and just the ambiance of the environment. The meal lingers on for a long time, and the last few bites become a reason to extend the conversation and company. But once each of you have finished your meal, and the plates are cleared, the server returns to check if you and your friends would like coffee or after-dinner drinks. Each of you orders something special to sip on, a treat to be enjoyed on a special occasion that's being created in this very moment. Dessert arrives, compliments of the house, and it arrives with the coffees and aperitifs, and everything is delivered personally by Jack. He pauses for a moment to ask how everything was, and if it was your first time at the tavern. The group chimes in, declaring how much they've enjoyed this unexpected dinner. And Jack suggests you take your drinks and adjourn to the back deck. It's a beautiful night out, he says, and as you glance towards the back doors, the night does look cool and inviting. You and your friends stand and move to the doors and step onto the back deck. Gather around an available table, you each sink into a large padded chair. Under the sky that's shifting from purple to black, surrounding you, the warm day fading to a cool evening. A symphony of frogs and crickets fill the darkness beyond the seating area, and the moon overhead softens the glow of the colored lights hanging from the overhead beams of the arbor. You and your friends talk, sharing stories and laughing. Before long, a server asks if you'd like something else, and each of you order another round of after-dinner drinks and continue the conversation. It's more than an hour later, and things wind down. Each of you know that the night has come to a close, and all make their goodbyes. You head inside, cross through the Traveler's Inn, where only a few patrons remain, singly or in pairs, and you leave through the front door. It was a great evening, one that you'll remember and cherish for a long time. You replay the events in your head as you make your way back to the cozy place you call home. And soon after arriving there, you fall asleep, content.
This holiday season, we all wish for hope and healing. Children and families who spend their holidays at the hospital deserve a reason to believe in first steps, in giggles, high fives, and hugs. For 150 years, Children's National Hospital has provided world-class care and groundbreaking research. Please donate today to help patients and healthcare heroes this holiday season. Visit childrensnational.org/holiday. That's childrensnational.org/holiday.
Shop on eBay this holiday season to get more for your dough on stand mixers, or get more for your buck on this season's hottest tech and gaming gear. And on eBay, you can even get more bling for less cha-ching on jewelry. You can get more because you save more on premium brands with eBay's exclusive deals. Get more when you get it on eBay.